Hi there, this is Kathy Crow at the Crow Cottage. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you are having a great day. Today it's a little cloudy. We had a lot of rain earlier, but it's very dry now, thankfully. And we will see how it goes as the day goes on. Jeff and I saw some blue skies. We came home from the coffee shop, so that was good. Cottage Rose is what I'm doing today. This seems appropriate for our house, cottage. I've always liked that word. When I was a kid, I'd read those Nancy Drew books, and there was a couple of cottage and mysteries. So I always thought a cottage sounded really cool. They're actually small. So for raising a family, not so cool. But anyway, Cottage Rose. This one has got this really pretty rose on it. I really do like it. Excuse me for just a second while I try to find my video and then get my sound off. And then hopefully I can see. I'm trying it on the laptop again because I can't see on my tiny little phone when people are chatting with me. I can't see them on my phone. So I went to my phone because it's not coming up on my computer. The chat isn't. I don't know why it's not. So I went to my phone to put it on, and then I keep having to tap the screen. So since I have to do that, I'm not doing it. So I'm trying a variety of methods today. We will do not only the phone, we will keep the computer going too, and we'll see out of the two of them, maybe I'll actually see some comments. That'd be fabulous. All right, so let me look here really quick. I think we're going. Cottage Rose. Oh boy, I have a whole bunch of cards I'm going to do today because it's just too fun. I wanted to use this and this. This is our Split Card Textures dies, and they are beautiful. You're going to just be so impressed at what kind of cards and how quickly you can make with this stamp combo. It's just particularly easy to do, and I just think you're going to really like what you get to do because of that. So anyhow, I have pre-done a few things just so that I can get hopefully through a few more projects than I normally would, just because they're so cute. I didn't want to leave anything out. They were really, really neat. And so this is all in the new catalog, both Cottage Rose and this Split Card Textures. There's paper and all too, but I'm not doing the paper at all today. I'm going to just stick with our basic stuff. And you're going to be so happy. So here's our first card. Isn't it cute? All right, so for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to color with our new color, Orchid Oasis. This is Granny Apple Green on the outside. Okay, and then what I did is for this cardstock, it looks just like white cardstock to you, but it actually has this glossy, and that's because what I did is I took one of our my old DSP backings. This was from Garden Lane. You remember that? That was several years ago. This is that backing stuff that comes on the back of our designer series paper, and I don't throw it away. I cut it off and I use it. Now, because it has this glossy finish, it embosses really nice. You can't color it so much. I mean, you'd have to use you'd probably have to use, let me look and see what's going on here. Come on, seriously? Anyway, you would have, my computer's freezing up and I don't know what's going on with it, but let me click. I think I have to click Community Standards and click that I've approved it. Oh, sheesh. My screen is hiding the community stand. It's not even showing it. Weird. Okay, so let's get out of that if I can, and I can't. It's not even letting me. Okay, hopefully we're all good. Now back to business. So but it embosses really nice. So I took, see all this texture on here? This is from that time-worn type embossing folder. I really like this folder. Now, when you put ink on it, you can get such a cool, chic-y, the words patina, you know, antiqued kind of look, really neat. But even without doing that, just as an embossed piece, you're gonna really be happy with what you get. So I'm putting the glossy side up because that's the side I want to see in my card. And then let me grab my machine over here, the cut and emboss. And this is the plate that comes with it. This is a plate that you buy to put your embossing folders through with. And I'm just running that through. And then look at that. Isn't that pretty? Uh-oh, I forgot. I needed to cut it first. Oh, well, it's okay. It's okay. This is going to have extra texturing because I did that. I actually need to cut first and then put, because what's going to happen, I'm going to cut this out and then it's just going to flatten it all out again, and I'll have to try to put it in the folder kind of where I had it, but I know that's not going to work, but it doesn't really matter. It'll be fine. So I've already cut this to the size I want, which is 4 inches across by about 4 1/4 inches down. And oh, actually, I want this to be turned like this. It's going to be on the upper side. Okay, so we'll run that through. I'm going to do it a couple of times because I've embossed it and it's going to be a little thick now. As you can see, too, I had the plate that I used is my magnetic platform. That's actually a Sizzix item. We have, or had, I should say, we had a magnetic platform, or magnetic cutting sheet. Stampin' Up! Keeps trying to make one that's gonna be a self-healing one, and I've actually really liked them and preferred them, but the problem is that they don't have the longevity, and people tend to complain when they have to replace things. So anyway, so that's what's happening with that magnetic plate. All right, so we're gonna have to take this back out. You can still see the embossing, but it's flattened out a lot. And I really don't want it to be flattened out. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that back in there. And I know I'm not gonna get it in the same place because it's like almost impossible to do. Let me see if I can find there are parts of words. There's not really almost any actual word in here, which is a good thing because there's one right there. Now, since I have done it, I might be able to feel where it is, but no, I'm really not. So let me see here. I'm probably going to get it just off enough that it's going to look really stupid. Okay, harvest, I'm seeing that. Okay, I'm going to just go with it right there. It's probably not in exactly the right place, but it's pretty close. Let me pull it down a little. There, that's as close as we're going to get. Run that through a couple of times just because I've got to kind of unemboss and then reboss, if that's a word, which it's not, but anyway. All right, so now look at that. I actually ended up getting it pretty close, so it didn't mess it up too much, and it's going to be covered by a lot of flowers anyway. All right, now to move all of my items out of the way without, I don't really want them falling on the floor. Boy, that's loud when they fall on the floor. Okay, so here is this piece. Now we're going to get this down because we're going to be doing some coloring. And let me put this away. All right, so now I've got that piece done, and all on its own. It looks pretty good on there, doesn't it? So this is just your standard 8.5 by 5.5 cards, scored at 4 1/4. And then we've got this 4 inch by 4 1/4 piece. I'm going to just glue that right down. All right. Oh boy. It's awfully quiet on our street today. We've got some road construction that Jeff and I were just so impressed. We've got they're redoing the sidewalk like really close to where we are and making all of the little sidewalk, you know, where the ramps are from the sidewalk to the street. They hadn't done the ones on the street near us. It's a little cross street, and so they got that done. But man, they got it done so fast. And then we thought they were all done, and I went down and they were resurfacing the street. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to avoid this street now again for quite some time. But they actually finished it in about, oh man, like one day. It was amazing how quick they got it done. Really happy about that. Okay, I see my computer's acting up, or my signal is acting up. What's happening is I believe Jeff is home. He's using the internet. I'm using the internet. I've got 3 things going. So I'm gonna have to close out my phone, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to see comments, because if I can't see comments, then this is going to be a problem here. All right. I'm clicking. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can. If I cannot see your comments and you've commented, I'm terribly sorry. I mean, Facebook is just doing what it does, and which is it tries to make things better. And like everything in this world, anytime somebody tries to make something better, it's like, oh no, please don't. It was actually finally working for me. I finally had figured out the systems, and it was working, and now you're improving it, and now it's not going to work for me anymore. Now I'm going to just cut some basic white in half a couple of times here, just to have something to work on in a more manageable size, because I'm going to stamp those flowers up and color them, and then we'll cut those out and move on. And I've got several cards going here, so I'm just doing a whole bunch. All right, so we're gonna get Memento Black out. When I'm gonna color with our blending pens, our alcohol blending pens. So you want to make sure you use Memento. It's Memento is the one that won't run. And here's my host code if anybody wants to order something. This is a good time to order, but I do want to say, if you're waiting for bargains, then wait just a few weeks to order, because there is going to be a celebration and a new catalog coming out in July. So in July, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be free if you wait to order. So just a heads up on that. And now, this set has, oh man, look at that. All those dies. Wonderful, wonderful dies. And the stamps are really cute too. And everything cuts out really nicely. There's some extras, extra flowers and all. You're going to really like this one. So we'll do this big one first. And let's see, how many cards do you think I can get done? I'm actually going to try to do 1, 2, 3, 4. But I only need 3 of this. No, I only need 2 of this big one. So we'll just do 2 of this. Okay. So we'll ink that up. All right. So anyway, there is my host code, but and that's just so that I know who you are. And if you order $50 or more worth of anything, I will send you 10 free cards. Believe me, these are beautiful cards. You're going to enjoy them. They're really pretty. All right. Then we get this one. We'll clean that off. Put that one away. And then we are going to do a few extras here. I'm going to count up how many of these I'm going to do, but I'm using this one And for this card, actually all of the flowers on the card I'm doing right now are just this. So we're gonna do 3 of these for that card. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm gonna count up what I need here because we're gonna do 1 big one and then 2 little ones. And then on another one, we're doing 2 little ones. So I actually need 4 more of these. So let's do 1. I'm gonna do an extra just to make sure if I flub it, I've got an extra one. Okay, so I think we've got enough of these little ones. I might have to cut up some more paper because I'm gonna need more leaves too. All right, now we also just need, while I've got it out, we're gonna stamp up 2 more of these. 1, yeah, I believe I'm doing 2 more. 2 more of these big ones. Okay, that's pretty good. It's kind of a weak impression on that center, but we'll leave it. Make sure I ink that up better this time. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so those are all of the flowers that I need, and then we need some of these leaves. Okay, I'm not sure how many. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 8. Let's see how many I can get on here. You can actually get quite a few of these on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to interfere with my flower. Yeah, not enough room there. I better get another sheet of white paper. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's plenty. All right, I have some. I'm not doing jokes today. I decided I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to ask one of my stupid questions from, there's a book you can get called Stupid Questions. It's actually pretty funny. All right, so here's one of my stupid questions. This is a good one. Who's the best pet? Lassie, Dino, you know, the Flintstones Dino, or Astro? Do you guys ever watch the Jetsons, the cartoon Jetsons? I wonder if they still do it. It was really funny. All right, now so for this card, we're going to use Orchid Oasis as our main color. And I need those 3 that are on here and 2 of the leaves. But while we're doing the leaves, we're going to do all of them. Okay, so that's what the plan is. So let's grab out some pens. Sorry about the loud clinking sounds that you will hear. So grab everything out. So what we're going to use is, I'm going to use Granny Apple Green and some of my pineapple punch. And we'll start with that. We'll see if I need light old olive. Sometimes I use that one too for leaves. We're going to start with the darkest color first. And I think instead of Granny Apple Green, we're going to go with light old olive and see how it looks. So that, yeah, that's going to work just great. Okay, so I'm going to do, oh, come on. There we go. I might not even need to plug in my phone, but just in case I do. All right, so I'm going to take all of the shading lines that you see. We're going to just do a little bit of light olive, old olive on all of those. Every single one. You know, you can color pretty fast. And when this is actually a really relaxing thing to do while you're watching TV. Now, I can't. When we watch TV, we use a projector, and it's great. It's nice to see it projected large up on our wall, but it's so dark in the room, I cannot work in there at all. So I used to be able to do a lot more of this stuff while I was, watching TV, and now I'm finding that I don't get any work done, almost any, while watching TV. I think that's been why I've been having a harder time with my weight, because I want to eat to stay awake partly, and just because I like to eat. Yum, yum. Jeff and I, while we were in Branson, discovered, did I tell you this already? There is a restaurant, I did, called Druff's, and we've decided, yeah, we're going to go to Druff's. It's actually here in Springfield, and they make great, supposedly, we haven't been there yet, but we will find out. Grilled cheese sandwiches. Do you like grilled cheese sandwiches? I love grilled cheese sandwiches. They are yummy. All right, I'm going to click here because I still am thinking, what's going on here? I don't see anyone with me. And I see somebody is, but I'm not seeing any comments. So I apologize if I'm missing all the chat. It always makes me mad because then when I get off and see what you talked about, it's like, what? I wanted to join in on that. I missed it totally. All right, almost done. One more set of leaves. Actually, I forgot. I got that whole sheet I've got to do. This is the longest, is the leaves. But anyway, this way, I could have pre-done these. At least I could have pre-done some of them. Maybe I should have. I thought I was going to. I had a bunch saved in there that I had done, but I ended up wanting to just make all the cards up because they were so pretty. I couldn't just leave them alone. I'd cut them, colored and cut them to use, and then I used them. Okay, so for the pet, Dino, Astro, or, what was the other? Oh, Lassie. Lassie would be useful to have. Do you like collies? I have a friend who loves collies. I bet she would pick Lassie. I don't know if she likes regular collies. I think, is she a border collie fan? I don't remember now. But I think it's just collies, not border collies. Now this is light pineapple punch. I don't want that. Light granny apple green, I suspect, is going to be way too dark. Let's try our light parakeet party. This is one of our new colors. Let's see what happens. Perfect. All right, so we're going to go real fast over those. If you leave some white on the edges, all the better. So don't feel like you got to color every inch of your leaf. This color is so bright that I might not need that yellow. I've been using yellow on the top of the greens just to bring out some of that yellow tone, but this is pretty bright. I don't think I'm going to need to do that. That will save a step, won't it? Okay, so Lassie would be really helpful. You know, if I fell down in the house, I probably wouldn't need the I've fallen and I can't get up thing, whatever the heck that thing's called. It's a first alert kind of thing. Because Lassie would just go to the neighbors and bark until they came and helped me. And we have neighbors who actually would come and help me. That's nice. It's always nice. We've always been blessed by good neighbors. God is good to us. He's always put really good neighbors around us. All right, almost done. Astro. I don't remember Astro doing anything much except for just standing there looking, you know. And then the Jane was the wife. She had to do stuff sometimes with Astro because he got into trouble, I think. I guess they had a teen daughter that maybe liked Astra. I don't really remember. The only thing about Dino is that he was lovable and he liked to ride in the car, and he came out and knocked Fred down in every episode at the very beginning, remember? I guess not every episode, because some of those first ones, do you remember when they let the cat out? So there was a couple of series where he let the cat out, and that was the big beginning. Okay, so I can't decide those. Though I think Dino would be more fun. All right, so we've got Orchid Oasis. This is a really pretty one, but very, very dark. So to get this lighter color, I'm going to use our Orchid Oasis to start with for the light Orchid Oasis. Let's see how dark this is. See how dark that is? So that's the dark part. And then I'm going to pull out, let's try, where are you? Let's try some. Let's try, this is actually a retired light purple posy. I believe I used a different shade there. Let's see, light purple posy is going to look like that. If I take my light Seaside spray and put with it, I get pretty close to the color, the ultimate color that I really want. Let's try it on one of these and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to start with light Orchid Oasis. And again, you're just going to find all your little shading parts, and you can outline it too. This is a very detailed stamp. It's pretty. It's so detailed that I don't really want to. I don't want to get into the center because I want that to be yellow. So, but I want to do that after, so I can kind of pull some of this purple into it with it. So just feeding some of these lines in the flower with this. And then I'm going to take purple posy and just go like this. This is just a trial. If it doesn't work, I'll have to grab out one of my other pens. And Seaside Spray. Both of these colors are retired, purple posy and Seaside Spray. We don't have a, we used to have Wisteria Wonder. That actually is the color I'm looking for here. But see, that's pretty close to what I want. It's close enough. It's not exact, but it's close enough. All right, so then I do need my, did I get out my pineapple punch? No, I did not. So here's dark pineapple punch. I'm going to put dark in here like that, but that's not quite what I want. I actually want light pineapple punch. Where are you? Now, pineapple punch also is one that's retired, so I wonder if I ran out of it, because I'm not seeing it here in my, I bet you I did. I don't see it. I bet you I ran out of it. Oh my goodness, this is the problem when colors retire and there's not a substitute. Okay, this is So Saffron. No, this is Daffodil Delight. This is light Daffodil Delight. I don't think it's gonna work, but let's see. Yeah, it's good. It's not really what I want, so we'll stick with our pineapple punch. I want it to be bright. Okay, there we go. Oops, that petal needs to be colored. That petal needs to be colored. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's not bad. All right, now that I've decided that's not bad, we're going to color all of these that way. Okay, this, well, 3 of them anyway. Put our yellow in there. And I think on this other card I have 2 of these, this color. So we'll do 2 more like this. Okay, so that's Pineapple Punch, and Light purple posy. Oops, I gotta get my Orchid Oasis in here. This is light Orchid Oasis. Okay, I have to look here on my phone and see if anyone's in here with me. I'm feeling lonely. All right. Astro, it definitely wouldn't be Astro. It could be, Dino. I think Dino's the one I would want, not Astro. All right, we'll do this and this. Nope, maybe nobody's here with me today. I get to be all by myself. It's not even Memorial Day. Is it Monday? Maybe it's not Monday. I think it is. With Jeff home all the time, I lose track of the days really easy. I don't even know what day it is. But I think it's Monday. We went to church yesterday, so yes, it is Monday. It's my marker. Okay, some of the undersides of the flower are kind of peeking in. So coloring that isn't a bad idea. Let's see if I did that on this one. Right there. There. This is so pretty. Love these colors. Oops, I hope I'm not out of the frame entirely. I've got it so close here. All right, and then purple posy. Again, so this goes pretty fast. You don't have to be too terribly cautious with it. Very nice. I've got to get out there and get my... Oh man, all this rain's making everything grow so good. I've got to get my Roundup out there. We've got a lot of weeds on our grass. And a lot of dandelions. And it's so hard for me to go spray the dandelions because I actually like their little flowers. And I don't want to, I need to do the weed and feed, but our guy said to wait until fall to do the weed and feed. The guy who mows our lawn. And so I thought, sweet, I don't even have to worry about that for a while. But on the other hand, it's kind of taken over. So I might round up some of the dandelions. And then I do have some grass seed I can stick out there, because if I do that and then I've just got a big brown patch. I did that last year just because we were not moved in. We didn't get moved into this house until October. So that would have been the time to do it. I didn't know. Last October would have been when I should have been doing the weed and feed and the seed and all that. All right, so just to pull in some of my veining in so it doesn't look like you've just gone kerchunk, we'll do that with that flower. Aren't those pretty? Love those. I actually need 2 more of those. Okay, good deal. I guess all of these are this color. I thought I had some the other color, but no. All right, we'll do this one too. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Okay. Get all of them done. And light Orchid Oasis again. I love this color. We also have Starry Sky. That one's pretty. Which one's your favorite? Do you like Starry Sky or Orchid Oasis? They're both really nice. When I saw them, I was thinking, oh man, more dark colors? I don't know. Do I really need? I've got Night of Navy. I don't know that I really need another dark blue for Starry Sky, but it's clearer. And Night of Navy's just a bit more grayish. And I think Starry Sky's a little bit more just your traditional blue. I don't know what other name I would put to that other than blue. Jeff and I saw, our daughter recommended watching a video about the life of C.S. Lewis called The Reluctant Conversion, or no, The Most Reluctant Conversion. I don't remember. It was something like that, though, about C.S. Lewis. It was absolutely fabulous. If you haven't seen it, and if you like C.S. Lewis writings at all, if you know anything about his story, you would have really enjoyed it. I think if you didn't know his story so much, you might feel a little lost in it. It's based on the Surprised by Joy book that he wrote. And, of course, our family is really big into C.S. Lewis, so all of us had not only read his stuff, we've read about him, and really enjoyed it. It was probably, in fact, Jeff and I, both of us agreed this morning, it was probably one of the best films we've ever seen. It was so not only just enjoyable on a human level of just entertainment, it was pretty good, even though it's like a documentary. It's not told in a story fashion, as in, actors portraying, although there are actors portraying him and as a young man and others, but it's you'd have to see it to really appreciate it. If my daughter had told me more about it, I might have been more reluctant to see it. But it works. And she said that it was just really well done. And she's right. It's probably, I think, one of the most well done films we've ever seen. It's really good. So you should see it. It's on Amazon. I think Jeff bought it on Amazon. So we have it in our little collection now. So our boys can watch it, because our son William already did watch it and loved it, of course. We knew he would. It's good. It's really a good one. All right, let's see what another stupid joke is, or a question. Let's see another one here. Do you describe the scene that led to someone eating the first oyster? Do you think humans watched animals doing it first? Okay, the oysters. Eating the first oyster. I have to think about it. I'm not a fish eater. I don't like fish or shellfish or any of that stuff. Mostly just because when I grew up, we were Adventists, so we considered them scavengers, and you don't eat those. They don't eat plants. They eat other dead, and they eat dead animals. Not only do they eat animals, they eat dead animals. Anyway, so see how this is turning into a nice blue, nice kind of a light blue. Really enjoying this. This is great. This combination. So this is light Seaside Spray right on top of light Purple Posy. It says, why anytime that Stampin' Up! Has light colored blending pens, get them, and get a bunch of extras so that when the color is no longer available, you still have it. Even if no one else does, you still have it. My philosophy in life. You just tell people what they should have. If they don't take advantage of it, oh well, I'm sorry, I told you to do it, but if you didn't, oh well. Okay, and if you keep going over it, it's going to get more and more blue. If you don't want it to be more blue, you can keep going over it with your Purple Posy too, And if you wanted just to put in some more Purple Posy in the corners here, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? Sorta. If you want to change it up a little bit, just add that little bit of color. Very nice. Okay, so those are done for those. And then what I want to do is a yellow one, and I'm going to use one of the big ones is going to be yellow. This is dark pineapple punch. That's going to have to go on top. I need something kind of dark for the veining. This Daffodil Delight is the light one, so that's not going to work. And I'm not even sure that the dark Daffodil Delight. What are you? What's this? Oh, this is So Saffron. Okay, get you out there. Here we go. So this is dark Daffodil Delight. Let's use the bullet tip. That's pretty dark. So that's going to work nicely. So we're going to just do that for this yellow. Yellow flowers are usually, they're really pretty. There's not a lot of variation in the ones that are down at our garden right now. They've got some really pretty yellow roses down there. They smell good. Really nice. I've got to get down there because I see in our neighborhood there's a bunch of clematis blooming. So pretty. I know they have some down at the park. I've not seen them blooming yet. Oh, I better do our center. The center is cinnamon cider, another color that is not available anymore, although, having said that, although we do not have cinnamon cider available anymore, we've got all these blends. And one of these is probably close to cinnamon cider, you know. So that is an option. But I think I've got cinnamon cider in here somewhere. Let's see where you are. There's light cinnamon cider. Let's see if that's what I want. Yes, yes, yes. I do. I do. Okay. Now, I think my other flowers are not cinnamon cider. I think they're yellow. Put that away. And now we'll take our dark pineapple punch and just color over that whole thing. And I'm doing it really sloppy. There's lots of white left over in there because I just kind of want to leave it very, very light. Let's grab a light So Saffron. We're going to just kind of smooth some of that out. This is even lighter than our pineapple punch. Okay. So it's lightening up the whole thing rather than making it darker. All right, that's it for that one. And then I want to do for this flower. Is this the last one I'm doing? I thought I was doing 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Last one. This one, I want a yellow center. So we'll start with that first. I want a nice yellow center. And actually, I'm planning on making this a peachy one. And we've got pale papaya. Let's see how pale you are, papaya. Let's see here. It's pretty pale. I think that's pretty good. In fact, we're going to go with some darker for pale papaya. And see right here in the shade areas. Let's get the bullet tip out. Yay, Michelle, it's nice to see you. Yellow roses are your favorite. I bet you guys have got your roses almost will be getting finished before too long for the first round. They're here too. About the same timing here. I don't know if you've got a lot of clematis around. There's quite a bit here. It grows really well, so I'm already planning to make sure that that is included in our yard somewhere. Okay, so this is dark pineapple punch. And that's just going to kind of bring out more of the peach color of that pale papaya and get your two-tone cottagey rose going. I love these. Now, yellow and white roses, you can usually count on them smelling good. Not always. There's Julia Child. That's a yellow one that's got a pretty good scent. It's supposed to be scented a lot. And I have sniffed it many times in the nursery, deciding whether I wanted to buy it or not, and never did because it actually isn't nearly as strong as the ad copy would have you believe. There are stronger ones. Okay, isn't that pretty? Now, if it's not purple or pinky enough for you, let's take out some. I don't think dark petal pink is going to be dark enough to do anything. No. You'd have to have like Flirty Flamingo. Like light Flirty Flamingo. If you want some real pink in there, which is kind of nice. Then just add some of that. You can even put it around the edges if you, some roses have that little picotee around the edges. It's very pretty. All right, so that is that for that one. And I think that's it. I actually am just leaving my sprays, my baby breath spray as is. I'm not touching it at all. And then for the stems of my leaves, let's just grab out. This is dark granny apple green. And I'm just gonna run those on some of those stems. And then we can cut them out. And all these cards should assemble really, really quick. Once you get your flowers and leaves colored, you're almost done. Goes really, really quick. Oh, the clematis is blooming there. Michelle, how are you? Is your yard looking good? I bet it does. It always looks really good. What flowers have you got going this year? Michelle does some annuals in the front, and I've kind of dilly-dallied with the idea of doing annuals, and Jeff wanted pots. We've got a little strip in front of the house, but there's just bushes, and they're not bad looking, but they're not bushes I want. They're not spectacular in any in any way. Like, they're very non-spectacular. So I have ideas. I know kind of what I want to do, but pots it isn't happening because I told them I'm not watering. In pots, you gotta fertilize, you gotta water, they dry out. Even here, I'm not convinced. Not at all convinced about pots. Now these flowers I didn't even color in because I don't think I need them, but I am gonna use them later, so I'll finish out those stems. All right. Now I'm going to put this up. Snapdragon, Slamzir, oh, Dianthus, that's my favorite. They have a bunch of them down at the park, and you know, when I had them in my yard, I could sniff them once in a while. I'm terribly, terribly allergic to them. Like instantaneous reaction. And so I love that clove, cinnamon clove scent. It's one of my favorite flower scents. But if I sniff it, I wash my nose right off and, you know, I make sure my allergy medication is like right at its peak at the moment because I know I'm going to have a reaction, but you know, it's worth it. But when you're down at a park, that's not happening because I'm coming back and I can't just have an allergic reaction in the park. So I've resisted. I have not sniffed any here, and I have missed that. But that's the one thing about not having the flowers in my yard. I can't just take a chance and sniff away. All right, now one bad thing about this die is this flower is in this cluster. So I'm going to cut all of these big ones out first, and then we will, and the leaves, and then I'll cut out those little ones. And I'm not real sure why they made the die that way. It's not really convenient, but oh well, they did. So this is what we do, is just look at it and say, huh, that's curious. I wonder why they did that. And then you go on with it. Just like everything in life like that. Okay. So did oysters, do you think that Michelle, when people first started eating oysters, did they watch animals do it first? How did they know how to eat an oyster? I don't know. And then another question that's very similar to that one is when the Indians first used popcorn in their fire to cook it, and it popped, do you think it scared them a great deal? Was that like super scary? So because it's this way, and I can only do one at a time, and I don't really want to, you know, I'm going to have to cut each individual one apart to do it. So that's the only nuisance about this die. Get it in here. It does fit. It's a perfect fit. It's just kind of weird. And it is going to eat up my plate a bit. I think I might go get one of my other plates that aren't as new. Okay, so there's one. I'm not going to bother cleaning. I'll just use this plate. I'm not going to take the time to clean every single bit away just to speed us up here. Let me look here, because I think I missed some stuff. Oh, you are home with COVID. Oh my goodness. Oh, you swabbed yourself? And, oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I never would have thought of that. It was this stupid questions book. You know, that is a very stupid question, but it is kind of fun to think about. The first people who discovered popcorn when it popped out, I don't know. That might have been really alarming. Pretty funny. I'm sorry you have if you actually do have COVID, I am sorry. But even if you don't, I suspect you must feel a little sick or you wouldn't have bothered to test for it. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully you feel better soon. I'm sure you will. It's always a worry. No, you know what, Michelle, that magnetic plate, that is the one that they just stopped selling again. And I suspect it's for the same reasons that they stopped selling the other one. I really liked it. I liked it better than this one. It laid flatter. I mean, well, actually I shouldn't say that because this platform's pretty sturdy. It's the plates that curl. It wasn't as expensive as this big platform, so I didn't feel bad about it being a consumable. I considered it to be a consumable when I bought it because it was really thin. I don't know if the new one that they just stopped selling again, I don't know if it was exactly the same. If it was, though, I would have liked it. I just assumed it was the same. Did you have it? Do you know anything about it? Because I think if you didn't like it, you could get your money back on it. I think it just did not meet their quality standards. Oh, good. I'm glad you don't have a fever anymore. And the headache and chills and tired. Yeah. You didn't lose your sense of taste, I hope. You know, my sister lost her sense of taste when she had COVID, and it has never come back. And that was more than... probably coming close to almost 2 years ago now. And I feel so sorry for her because that is just, it's one of those things that I just feel like somebody's going to have to, at some point, there's going to be some kind of retribution if it was a caused illness rather than just, oops, accidental illness. Nothing can be done about that. That's part of the plight of people, but caused, no. So we'll see. Someday those things will be known. Oh, good. Because, oh man, I think that would just torture me if I lost the sense of taste. I mean, seriously, it's like one of the... Man, I don't know. The one thing, I did lose my sense of taste for, I don't know, about a week. I don't know if I had COVID because I refused to be tested for it, but I suspect I did because I lost my sense of taste. But at any rate, it was only gone, it was gone for about a week, maybe a week and a half. I didn't lose it for very long. It sort of came back real gradual. No, what? No sense of taste or smell? Well, that would be losing your sense of taste. Oh, no loss of. Okay. Sheesh. I was reading it wrong. Good. 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 I'm very glad for you, because, yeah. Now our son got it. He was tested, so he knows that he got it about the same time. You know, we all got it about the same time in our family. And and he did lose his sense of taste, or he also lost his sense of taste and smell, but and his came back. I suppose he lost his about the same length of time I did. I'm not sure, because it kind of came back again. Like I said, came back gradual. It wasn't like, not like with a cold. With a cold, when you lose your sense of taste and smell, it's just because you're so stuffed up, you know. So it kind of tends to come back pretty quick. When it comes back, it's back. This didn't act like that. It was weird. All right, so now let me cut out these leaves, and then we'll get to assembling everything. Are you on your lunch break? Because, yeah, lunch break would have a whole new meaning if you don't. I did lose weight during the time I didn't have taste of scent, you know, taste or smell, because it was totally everything was tasteless. So it's like, well, I don't need to eat, because it's not gonna be able to taste it anyway. So what? Might as well just take the time opportunity to diet, and I did. It was easy. It was easy. Wasn't tempted to have chocolate. That's my biggest downfall, is chocolate. Well, no, I should take that back. Bread and chocolate. The only thing is, when I had lost the sense of taste and smell, I was still tempted by bread, just because it's a comfort, satisfying thing, you know, makes you think you're going to feel better, even though you can't even taste it. And, you know, as long as you're not overeating it, though, it actually is kind of like one of those comfort food things, that the texture alone and feeling full. So bread's still kind of tempting no matter what, but not chocolate. Chocolate is like super high in calories. It's bad. Okay, I've got another question. Drinking yeah, well, that's good. I did that too. Drinking fluids really helps you move stuff through your system faster. You just want to get those germs out of there. So I always drink a lot of tea when I'm sick. Oops, this is not cooperating with me. Let me take this like this, but I don't want to mess up that rose. I'm not going to bother cutting that one out right now. And then we can get all of these little leaves out. Well, good. In your home, you get to join me. That's wonderful, because I'm thrilled that I can actually see comments on my computer, because when the days that I tried using my phone, I had to keep touching my phone screen or it went black. So that really wasn't working for me either. I need to be able to see comments on my computer. And I think Facebook's finally evened out. When they first went to Meta, it wasn't letting me see comments, and I think it's just because I hadn't clicked the community settings enough times to let them know that, yes, indeed, I've read your ridiculous community standards, which are totally meaningless in great part, because you'll willy-nilly pick whoever you want off your platform. And you'll also willy-nilly allow people who shouldn't be on your platform to be saying whatever they want. So, I had clicked their community standards agree. I totally agree, because, again, as I said, they're completely meaningless. We all agree that they are meaningless. And we will click yes, knowing it means nothing. And you can kick me off anytime you want, because it's yours. All right, so now I'm done with clicking. Done with clicking, too. Done with cutting out all of those things. So now we get to do the fun part. Once you get all that cutting done, now you get to do the fun part. All right, which is assembly. Now, there is some really pretty ribbon we've got. Ooh, it's gorgeous. You're gonna like that. Let me put this down so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. I didn't cut that out before, so let me grab that ribbon. I thought I gotten everything, but I didn't. This is the Orchid Oasis. It's super skinny. It's shimmer ribbon. Isn't it shimmery? It's very pretty. Yes, I did place my pre-order already. Oh, I did that first day. I don't mess around because I don't want to miss out on anything, and you never know how that's going to go. So, got a lot of mini dimensionals. Where are my regular ones? Might have to go get into my stash. All I'm seeing are mini ones. All right, so here are, I believe, a whole new packet. There we go. All right, so we'll take that, stick a couple of these on here, and then I can put my ribbon on. I just kind of looped it. Did you see how I did that? I just sort of, I'm sure you know how to do that, but just in case you don't, kind of did a loop-de-loop. And then I want to make sure my ends are long enough that I can cut them the length that I want. So I'm going to stick that there, and then I'm just going to kind of stick that on there. All right, now my flowers are going to go around my sentiment. Now these flowers, yes indeed, they are a little bit bluish. It's true. I could use that purple posy to bring it in line a little bit, but it's so close. You might not even be able to tell on the computer there how it's off just a tad. And then I took our scalloped contours dies. Where did I put my scalloped label. Where did you go? I thought I had you right out here. I had everything outside, so I must have it here. If not, I will grab another one. Let me grab another one. All right, and then we're going to stamp a sentiment on here. Yeah, I love the new in color ribbons. They're all super pretty. Uh-oh, yeah, you definitely need to, Michelle. Don't miss out. There's some really cool things. Have you looked in the new catalog coming out? So cute. All right, so for this one, this is Happy and Heartfelt. I believe this is available. I don't think this is one that is already retired. Let me look here really quick. Happy and Heartfelt. Let's see if that one's a retired one. Happy, oh, it is. It was in last year's catalog. I'm really sorry if you missed it because it has a lot of really cute ones and they're all this script. So I really like it. So let's see, I wanted to do the same thing. We have to celebrate this with this congratulations. So let me grab that one. Let me get a smaller block. And what I've been doing on my, can't really do it on this paper so much, is lining it up on my black one that's underneath here. Trying to get my words lined up, you know, using my grid lines. There are grid lines on here too, but they're not as, this puppy one's not so useful for that. So anyhow, so this is Orchid Oasis. I'm just gonna go right here at the top. like that. And then grab the little congratulations one is the one that tends to be more crooked if I don't do it right. See, it's a little crooked. It's harder for me, so I've been trying to use my grid lines to keep it nice. All right, now I'm going to just put dimensionals on these sides here so it doesn't interfere with the ones in the middle. Oops, it's stuck to them. And that's that. Okay, so we stick that right on there. And then put our little flowers on around however you want. So I just you know, just arrange it how you want to get them on, and then stick on your leaves. So I wanted one kind of tucked. I don't really want to, I want to see that. So we're going to move those over a little, put that there, that there, and we'll put one down here like that. Okay, so I think I have room for a little dimensional right here. And if you've got, so I've got a dimensional here to go here. This bottom part of the flower is going to be on top of the label. So I want to put just a tiny bit of glue on that, and that'll help secure it down and keep it all nice and level. Okay, this one's going to be tucked right under, so I can just do glue, or glue dots would work too. Okay. And then this one's going to be kind of the same thing, glue here and dimensional. I'm going to put minis on this one, right there and there. Get them off. The mini one backings are harder for me to get off. Oh, thank you. Oh, Freddie is on with us. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you for sharing, Michelle and Freddie. Appreciate it. And it's nice to see you guys. Oh, I put it on the wrong way. I actually want the dimensionals down here. I don't know if I can get them on there now that I've got glue on there. Let's try that again. All right. Now I've got glue on my hands. I'm gonna have to clean that off. How many times did I done that? Did I just do it again? No, that's right now, okay. Oh, I can see it though, that dimensional, and it's a black one, so that does not work. All right, there we go. Now that's that. And then you can just take your little leaves and tuck them in however you wish. Okay, just figure it out. You can put them on top, put them underneath. I think I'm gonna put them underneath. So I'm gonna do a little bit of glue, right like that, kind of under my ribbon. There, this one we'll do on top. And then this one's done, we'll move on to the next. Thank you very much, ladies, really appreciate it. All right, so if my fingers weren't sticking to everything, we'd be doing better. Oops, that came out, dang. Uh-oh, tuck you in. There's so much glue now on my fingers that I might have to do something else with this guy now because I'm sticky. All right, let me get my fingers all cleaned off here and give that another try. Now, once something's come out like this, I don't know that I've ever had that happen before. Usually, it's just better to kind of go like underneath and on the side and try to stick it in there because it's not going to really cooperate to go back underneath. very easily. Oh, I don't like that. Oh my goodness, you little ribbon, you. Okay, there we go. Now this stuff is really nice because it unravels really beautifully. Look at that. I love that. It is skinny. So anytime I use it, I have to use a bunch. And you can do ribbons, but if you do a ribbon with it, then this must have been the tail that was down here. That's what it was. Shame on you. I wanted a tail down there. I'd have to stick this under to get my tail now. All right, so this one we are going to call good and move on because I want to do the next one. This one, I've taken this, let me grab, this is the Split Textures die. So I took this die, and I love that it does a half card like this. Thank you, Michelle. And I took the Granny Apple, or is this? Yeah, this is Granny Apple Green, and I ran it through already. And then I took my fern embossing. I'm going to just run that through the embossing machine. Okay, so let me grab that. I think I might just do that on the side here since you've already seen me run one through. If I do it quicker here on the side, I can get that run through a little quicker than if I bring the whole thing over. So look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this fern embossing. It's really pretty. And then this is Pale Papaya. Okay, I put this on white, but on today's cards, I'm going to just do it like this. I'm going to go like this. Now, I do need to trim because, yeah, I'm going to have to trim quite a bit off here and here. Now, since I've already embossed it, that's slightly tricky. When you've embossed it, especially since this is such a narrow edge, you really need to make sure that you're pushing down on your tray really well. And because it's an uneven surface, unless your blade is super new and sharp, it can really tear up your card. Okay, so I'm actually going to start the blade kind of in the middle. I'm going to hold this plastic down really tight and just kind of ease over it until I can get a start. There, now it's going pretty good. All right, I think I did it successfully. Good, 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 good. Sometimes it tears, so you just got to be real gentle. See, on this side, I've got, this is the side that would have been really problematic, where it's super skinny. Since this is pretty solid, it should be better. Do I even need to do this side? Let's check here. Yes, I do. It's pretty wide. So let's get off, about 1/4 of an inch there. And now we've got 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay. Yeah, the Split Texture die, it is, I love it. It's easy to work with. Look at that. So pretty. And then with the next card we're going to do, we're going to tear that edge. And that looks really pretty too. But just leaving it is a nice space. If you don't want to do a label and all of that. Where's my flower? Oh, here it is. So this is the flower we're going to use for this one. Oops, I got it upside down. I'm going to go like this. We're going to put the flower like this time. Now for this one, I used a lot more pink in it. I'm going to just leave it as is, but I kind of like that pink. We're going to put flower there. We're going to put one here. And before I lay anything on, I kind of, permanently, I sort of get an idea where everything's going to go. I know I'm going to need a sentiment peeking out. And I think I'm going to have a leaf there, but this also gives me an idea where I'm putting my sentiment if I lay it out. All right, so we're going to put the sentiment going sideways. And this one, again, this is that happy and heartfelt, which is retired. I'm sorry. Maybe You Matter to Me is, no, there it is. You Matter to Me. I love this. It's so pretty. Okay, we'll stick that right there. Get out our Orchid Oasis. Thank you. Yeah, it's really easy to make beautiful cards with this set. Super easy. All right, now we get to glue. So, Freddie, did you go on your trip and come back already? All right, so we're going to get a fair amount of glue. All I need is just some glue on the edge here. I don't need a lot, just a little bit. The lattice will stay down as long as you get this edge glued, but you do have to kind of be careful getting it on here. You only get one try. Oops, it stuck to my fingers. All right, there we go. That's why you keep that handy. All right, there we go. So pretty. Love that. All right, and then we can stick our, I'm going to just glue the label on. Kind of like right up here. This is going to be right on the top, so we can just do nap time. Bye. Have a great day. Thanks for watching with me. All right. Jeff's already probably taken his nap downstairs. He's been taking his nap in the recliner a lot, which is pretty funny. All right, right like that. And then we're going to glue this one on underneath. Like, make sure I got enough glue on there. We'll tuck you in there. This one, we'll go ahead and put a dimensional on you. Right there. And that way I have room to, there's a dimensional there, I have some room to stick a leaf kind of underneath here. Okay, just like that. And one more. Let's do one more up here. I don't think I'm going to put the one peeking out on the side. I don't think I really, I ended up having a lot of leaves, so I stuck it up there, but I don't think it's necessary. All right, very cute. And then to finish that off, we've got, these are our, I took off my name, so I don't know what it's called, but it's the In Color enamel dots. So find the ones that are matching your color. It should be Orchid Oasis, and there's a bunch of different hues that are very close to what you've got going there. So you can put the ones you want on here. Cute. So sweet. All right, there's that one. And now another one. This one, I did the same thing. I got this one done. I took our Merry Melody folder and embossed this. Already cut this one out with our split card. And now I'm going to just tear the edge. Okay, I kind of want to tear it so I can see a lot of that roughness there. I want to tear it so you can see. It just makes it nice and soft. And then for this one, I kind of want it to be raised. So I think I'm going to take our mini dimensionals. We're going to stick those right in the, all along here. And then I'm going to take my other one and just do a thin border. I'm going to cut it in half just because that'll save us a little time here. There's one. There, I can check and I can see it just a tiny bit, but it's not too bad. It's a little tricky cutting these as narrow as you need it. All right. Oh, right. We had a lot of rain this morning, but no thunder and lightning. Kind of surprising. It's been pretty noisy when it's been raining lately. I never would have thought to pray, don't let the storm happen in the middle of the night, please God, because I want to sleep tonight. Because that was never really an issue where we lived before, but it is here. It's like, seriously, not another night of rain and thunder and lightning. Okay. Oop, you know what I did? I really wanted to do this. And so, if we're going to do that, I'm going to take my cutting board and just cut this off. And then we'll make it 4 1/4. And then I'll put this on white cardstock. Okay, because I really want to put my ribbon around here like this. Wrap it around as many times as you need. Actually, I need a little more for my bow. Okay, then we're just going to tie a bow here really quick. Simple one, and we can adjust it as we need to. Okay. All right, and little label, little stitched square. Let's see, what have we got here? I think we're going to do this one as a thank you. Okay. And we want to do, I did this one with cinnamon cider, which is kind of nice. You could do it with green, but I'm going to stick with the cinnamon cider. That. And I think we'll just go ahead and do a couple of dimensionals on that. All right. And we'll put you underneath here like this. And we'll adjust this bow down a little bit. And there's our flower. Now this, I'm just going to use this flower all the way on its own. Right here. Isn't this cute? Very cute. Oh, I think our sun is coming out. Sweet. I'm going to put some of that under and some of it over. Like that. Okay. And then I already have a basic card folded and ready to go, so we could just glue that right on there pretty easily. Well, sort of easily. Looks like I'm gonna have to trim a little tiny bit. There's a bit of white showing there. Now when you're trimming by a ribbon like this, you want to kind of get under there. Otherwise you'll trim your ribbon accidentally. So just kind of angle your scissors so you're going underneath. I've got some of my cinnamon cider there. That's the problem when you're doing it like this. All right, there we go. All right, very cute. Last one. For this card, this is my last one. This one's super easy. I just took our Orchid Oasis, folded that, and what we're going to do is take some white. I'm going to use this same, I'm going to use this, not the same, this flower, this little grouping of 3, and stick that on here. And I'm going to use white, it's just called a white, you can get a blank Stampin' Up! Pad and white ink and ink it up is how you do it. Okay, now the only thing is that it's kind of gummy. So you want to make sure that stuff gets cleaned off of your stamp pad really well. It dries really quick. It's just called a craft pad, basically, white craft. Make sure it's dried really good. And then I'm going to take some, isn't that cute? I mean, just that. It's so pretty. I love that. It's very simple, very nice. All right, if you could eat food in just one restaurant for the rest of your life, you're only allowed to eat in one restaurant, which one would it be? I'm gonna put a tape right there. And then this actually is some lemon lime twist ribbon. It's a little brighter than our peacock one, but very close. And it's the right width and texture and all. Oops, I flubbed that. Let me do that one again. All right, then we're gonna stick that. I've got a fuzz on it that I keep trying to get off. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's just that, very simple. And then a very large square. Here, oh, I forgot where did I put my little doodads for this card? I kind of forgot them. Are these them? Okay. Yes. Here are the yellow ones. No, those are green. Oh well, we're going to use them anyway because I want to put some dots on here. I kind of forgot to. That one, put a big one down here. All right, now that one's done. And this one's going to get dots too. That's why I was thinking of it. You could put little flowers on here too. That would be pretty. But instead, I'm going to just put more of the flowers we've already made on it. I don't know. You know, I think our favorite restaurant here, mine, I think both. Now, Jeff's favorite restaurant is called, what is it called? It's called Galway Grill. That's what it is. And it was my favorite restaurant until we'd eaten there several times. And then I realized, you know, I'm pretty much 2 things here are my favorite things on this menu. And that's great, but I kind of like to order more than just 2 things. I mean, as far as it always being the same. One of the sentiments in this set that I really like is it's going to be fab. Now, that's a throwback to us 60s babies, right? It's going to be fab. I love that. Very fun. But since I don't use the word fab, I think I would have preferred that it be fabulous, but oh well. And then there's a very simple little happy birthday. And we're gonna just do that at hopefully close to the same angle my ribbon is at. It might not be exact, but it's gonna be close enough. Like that. Okay, right on top. I'm just gonna glue it right down. Right on top. And then we'll position our little flowers around. So we'll put those on first. So for me, it would be our pizza place. Oh man, they have really good, they have several things that's really good. Eris Pizza. They have a really good pizza that where's that other flower? I need one more. Huh, did I lose it? Did I use it? If I lost it, uh-oh. It might have slid right under my board. Or I used it. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. We're not going to fuss. We will just put the leaves on here and call it good. Like so. And then when I find my other flower, we're going to stick it in right there. But I might have to make it if I can't find it done already. I thought I had done enough flowers. But maybe I didn't, or maybe I dropped it. I don't know, but I'm not going to go on and on forever here today. I do want to get you out too, but there it is. I was sure I had done one. Okay, so we're going to put this one on top after I've done some of these. Maybe I want to do it like, no, I want this one to be kind of like this. That. And like, go like that. I want to see my words. There we go. That's the way I want them, right like that. So we're going to put glue on this one. They have a gyro that's really yummy. And then they also, because it's actually a Greek one, they have a Greek pizza that's delicious. And I need mini dimensionals for you. They also have a spaghetti thing that's, yeah. If I had to eat in one restaurant the rest of my life, just the one, that would be the one. Now, when Jeff and I go to the, that grilled cheese place, I'll tell you whether that's worth it. That one might be my new favorite. We'll see. I'm going to tuck you partially under here, like, no, I don't like you like that. We're going to go like that. There we go. All right, and then you can just keep playing. If you have more leaves, you know, you can always keep working on it. That's why you always do extra leaves, because then you can just keep going. Just don't keep going too long, or you won't have any of your pretty paper that you made left to see. You'll have covered it all up. All right. We get out two of our little things there. We do a few little things here. And we are done. Aren't those cute? How do you like those? All right, so these are all of our cards that we did today. I hope you enjoyed it. It was fun. I sure love these cards. They are so pretty. And you're really gonna, you know, you're just gonna go on and not be surprised at how many you can do. All right, I'm back. All right, I hope you have a great day and you have an even better afternoon. Get in there and buy your stuff if you haven't got it. This again is that Cottage Rose set with the the split textured dies. And the sentiments are retired. Sorry, you'll have to find your own. Have a wonderful week, Freddie and Michelle. Oh, thank you, Chris. That's awfully kind of you. Thanks for watching and sharing, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day. Bye.